Kelly Clarkson to take over Ellen's slot on daytime TV as Ellen prepares to leave her show. Hey guys, and welcome to another Shared News from Home. We've got all the details you need to know about Ellen leaving her show. But before we get into it, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you never miss out on any future videos. As always, I'm your host, Zachary Reality, and I'm joined by Denise Salcedo. And as E! News reported, Ellen has made the decision to end the Ellen DeGeneres Show after she concluded filming the rest of season 19. The show will end in 2022. Ellen is very sad about the show ending and believes it is the right time. She says, "The past 18 years, you have to know my life has changed. You all have changed my life, and I am forever grateful to all of you for watching, for laughing, for dancing, sometimes crying," the comedian said while tearing up on air. "This show has been the greatest experience of my life, and I owe it all to you. So thank you, thank you." This comes just a few months after the recent controversy with Ellen, and she wants to end her show on a high note, which I really like that she's doing, and it's ending. I mean, the Ellen show has been on for so many years. Can you wrap your brain around this, Denise?
It's just one of those things. It's an end of an era and we're getting a new one. Like we're transitioning and we're kind of like living it in the part, like in the moment of it. Like I can't register it because it's like we all loved Ellen, but now we're going to start loving somebody else in this new time slot.
Yeah, and Kelly is definitely like replacing Ellen in regards to like the time slot, but I don't think that anyone can ever replace Ellen. I know she's had a lot of backlash and controversy last year, and I totally understand and respect a lot of people's feelings who were hurt by her. However, she still has this huge platform that she has created the past 20 years. She's had so many guests. She's helped so many charities and helped so many people. She's provided so many laughs. I truly believe that Ellen is irreplaceable and it kind of just is the end of an era. But I also do believe that it is time for her to move on to the next chapter of her life. And while Ellen's show is coming to an end, there is that prime time slot that needs to be filled, and who other than Kelly Clarkson to do the job? The executive VP at NBC Universal says the Kelly Clarkson show is one of the most optimistic success stories in its first run syndication. Kelly and the entire production team put their heart, intent, and incredible passion into making a show that resonates with people of all ages, cultures, and backgrounds. They are working on some big plans for season 3 and are looking forward to becoming the premier show in daytime for years to come. We were talking a little bit before about Kelly and this new show. I know you're a big fan of Kelly Clarkson. How do you think she's going to do taking over this time slot? It's honestly a huge deal.
Oh, I love Kelly Clarkson. Like Kelly Clarkson, I've loved her from the start. I love all of her music. So I've always been very obsessed with her as an artist. And when I found out that she was doing the show, I thought to myself, like, oh my God, like this is pretty cool because I didn't really know much of Kelly Clarkson outside of her being this musician. So when I was watching her on the show, immediately the first thing that I noticed was that she's very down to earth, very conversational. I feel like she could literally, like if she were here in this room right now, she would just pop in here and like make us feel all at ease, having a conversation about whatever the case may be. And so with that, she comes across as very relatable. Like I look at her and I could relate to who she is, some of her thoughts, some of her opinions. And that to me is very comforting. And I love Ellen and I thought she was very, very funny. And she always made me laugh, but I don't necessarily think I ever related to Ellen in terms of how she did her show. I do relate a little bit more to Kelly Clarkson. So I do think that she has that. Now, I hate to say it that we're going to be sort of comparing Ellen and Kelly Clarkson. Really, they're two totally different types of hosts and two different types of shows. But at the same time, because she is taking over that time slot, there are going to be a couple of comparisons there to actually make. But I'm really excited for Kelly. And the girl is so busy. Like, not only does she have this show, but she's also doing The Voice. Then on top of that, she also, I think she's still going to be doing her Las Vegas residency. You know, due to COVID, they haven't necessarily announced the new dates yet. But she still has that going. She's still working on music. I mean, she literally has, and she's a mom too on top of that. I mean, she's doing so much. She's living the dream. She's doing it all. I love it. And I cannot help but to look up to Kelly Clarkson as an inspiration.
Yeah, one of the things I love about her, like you just said, I love how conversational she is, how she can really relate to people. She's very warm and down to earth. I also love that she is a singer. I actually got to go to her talk show a little over a year ago when it was in its first season, and I got to watch her. And what she did is she came out and she performed. She performed one of her songs. That's like the first thing she did. And I love that she can bring that element to it. So I think we're going to see a lot of performances and music on her talk show, which is always fun to see on a talk show. But as you just mentioned, she is on The Voice. She has this Las Vegas residency. She's a mom. She has a lot on her plate, kind of like Kim Kardashian. It seems like, is she spreading herself too thin? Is that a possibility? Because she is taking over this time slot. It is a huge commitment. I think we all kind of want someone to take over this time slot and be the talk show host for years to come. I don't know how many years Kelly plans on doing this show, but you would assume that if she's going to take over this huge time slot, NBC has huge faith in her, that she's going to be around doing this for at least a decade. I don't know if that's too ambitious to say, but do you think that she is fully committed to be this talk show host, or do you think that her energy might be focused more on her other opportunities?
No, I definitely think she has all of her focus and her energy on the talk show. You can tell. I mean, when it comes to music, she's already explored that for a long time. She's put out
Hmm.
several albums. So, and also, you mentioned the fact that she gets to sing a couple of songs on her show, which she does because she does like different variations of like other songs, but like in her own way with her powerful vocals. So, I do feel that obviously music is always going to be there, and she's still working on music. But I do think that she realizes that, hey, like this is an opportunity of a lifetime. And then also, even with the
Hmm.
residency in Las Vegas, that's only going to take up, a certain amount of time. Yes, she's going to be completely overworked, but I feel like she's passionate about what she does. And I think that, I think it's also been sort of her falling in love with her own show. Like she started it, obviously she might have had different challenges and all of this, stuff that goes into hosting a talk show, and also getting really comfortable and, putting her voice out there for millions of people to, watch and dissect. That is a lot of work there. But I do think that as she goes on, I won't be surprised if she's falling more in love with what she's doing each and every single day. And she's a smart girl. I
Hmm.
don't think she hasn't officially thought about all of this and the, what this means taking over this time slot. I think she understands the responsibility that she has and that the network is putting on her as well.
Yeah, so Kelly is taking over this time slot, which is huge, and it probably puts a lot of pressure on her because this is Ellen's time slot that she's had for 19 years. Ellen has some of the highest ratings in daytime talk. She's won so many awards. Do you think that Kelly feels any pressure going into this new time slot? Because if Kelly doesn't deliver, obviously she's amazing, but if she doesn't deliver, then they could give it to another host, and Kelly might not be in the time slot anymore.
That it is scary, and I'm sure it's crossed her mind as well as her team and everybody that works on that show. And like you mentioned, Ellen, like you mentioned at the top of this, that she's irreplaceable. And that's the thing
Mhm.
too, is that, unfortunately those comparisons are going to be made. And Kelly Clarkson does have some very big shoes to fill because Ellen became an icon of daytime television. She's
Mhm.
did, the show for such a period of time that it's going to take those viewers, if they're going to transition over to Kelly Clarkson, let's say they haven't given her show a try yet, but they want to watch something at this hour of the day, I do think that it is going to be a transition period where for some people they might just be like, you know what, I'm just not feeling Kelly. She's not for me. Or there's going to be other people that are like, you know what, I'm so into it. She's totally different from Ellen, but that's perfectly fine with me. I like it. And see, I just really think that it depends. And for me, whether or not I watch daytime television or even like the night talk shows, it really just depends on the guests and the celebrities that they have on. So obviously that's
Mhm.
what factors in whether or not I'm going to be watching, but there's other people that factor in her personality. If is she funny? Is she not funny? Like how is her personality? So I do think that all of those factors obviously contribute to this, and it is an immense amount of pressure on Kelly Clarkson as well.
Yeah, it's nice to have like a brand new, fresh face, but Ellen has her audience that she has developed over time. So it's really almost impossible to expect Kelly to get the ratings that Ellen has been getting because Ellen has been on the show for so many years. So if Kelly does a good job and her talk show continues to grow, I'm sure she will gain that audience and gain those ratings. But that just takes time, and no one has put more time in than Ellen. So it is sad to see her go, but it is definitely time. And that is everything we have to share with you guys today. So let us know what you guys think about Ellen ending and Kelly starting her new show, taking over that time slot. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell because we will be back for more celebrity news soon. As always, I'm your host, Zachary Reality, and I was joined by Denise Salcedo. Our social media handles are on the screen right now, so be sure to give us a follow and say hello. That is all we have for you guys today, so thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.